One. Hi, everybody. This is Bernd Welter speaking on behalf of Synthetic Orange. And today I have the great pleasure that I am, well, interviewing Helena from Spain. Helena from Spain. From Train to Spain, of course.
From Train to Spain, yes,
Helena from Spain sounds like
that's right.
Princess Queen or whatever title.
Although I don't look very Swedish, I am Swedish and I'm not from Spain. But the band name is called Train to Spain, so it could be a bit confusing. But we're from Sweden, me and Jonas. But unfortunately, he couldn't join this interview
Yeah,
today. So,
but he can join us in 3 weeks during the concert, of course.
oh yes, yes,
Here we go. So,
of course.
Brent, latest information I have is that 1 week ago you performed in London. Can you tell us a bit more about that gig?
Yes, it was a great gig. We were 11 bands.
Wow.
Um, So yes, we started off. The first band started off at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it was one act every hour or so. But it was very nice. It was so cool to meet the other bands as well. They're very talented, all of them.
Okay.
Yes.
So that was a very long show then. I mean, 45 minutes, 1 hour for each band, but for the audience, it must
Yeah.
have been a challenge.
Yeah, I think a lot of people came and like they came to see some bands and then they went out to see some other bands. So people uh, went and came and went. Is that how you say it? Yeah.
Okay.
But more people in the evening, so
Oh, sure.
we
Of
were
course.
happy to have it.
Well, we will see. And this is why we just focus on the evening in 3 weeks. We don't have 11 gigs, we just have five of them, and hopefully every
Yeah.
big audience. Okay, now let's get back closer to Train to Spain. You already mentioned your
Mhm.
colleague, Jonas, who is now unfortunately stuck at work, but well, you're 50% of the band, so you can give us quite a good input about that. How
Mhm.
did you all start with Train to Spain?
Well, I joined. Well, Train to Spain has been Train to Spain for quite some time, and Jonas has had different singers.
Okay,
And I joined in 2013. It was actually kind of a coincidence. Two of my friends saw an ad on Facebook, and then they sent me a link to say like, "Oh, this band. They're looking for a singer,
okay,
and you, Helena, you love to sing, and you've always talked about being a singer of a synth band. So this would be perfect for you, wouldn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah, this sounds interesting." So I sent off some of my own work. I did try to make some electronic synth music on Cubase on my own, but unfortunately I'm not very technical, so I thought it would be good to collaborate with someone else. So I sent some songs to Jonas, and he was like, "Yes, this is going to be perfect." So we started there in August 2013. So it's 4 years today. And yeah, Jonas is the one that makes all the instrumental music, and just I'm writing the lyrics and the melodies for the songs. So
that's
uh,
perfect.
we were, yeah, we were very creative the first month or so. I think we made about 10 songs together. We were very excited, both of us, and we just realized it fits perfectly together. We really liked the album, but like the music, had it very easy to like write lyrics, and yeah, I think 2 months after we started, we had our first gig as well. So it started off quite intense, and then it's just moved on, and yeah, we've enjoyed it so far. It's been a journey.
Okay. And when you said
Hmm.
your first gig, as far as I know, we just talked about London a few days ago, and
Hmm.
you played several times in London, didn't you?
Yes, that's right. It was actually our third time last
Wow.
weekend.
Okay.
We played in 2014 in March.
Okay.
Um, Cold War Nightlife, a guy called Simon that writes for this magazine. He organized a night with like three Swedish synth bands in London, and that was a good night. We played with Machinista and a Swedish band called Page.
Okay.
Um, so that was a big night for us as well to play with some bigger bands, but we were the ones that played first, of course. So, but then we got to know the guys in Machinista, and yeah, they're good friends of ours now. So
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
also in touch with Machinista, so I'd love to see them
Ah,
on stage one day too.
yeah, they're very good. Good live. Yeah.
Indeed, yeah. So you already answered a question I didn't ask. That's quite cool. So you can give us quite a lot of information on your own. But so you said who's writing the lyrics, who's doing the
Hmm.
care of the synthesizers, and so on. How about your music? I mean, you are attached to 80s, 90s popular synth pop music. Um,
Hmm.
what is there some, do you have some kind of a theme or a topic you are covering with your kind of lyrics and music?
Mm,
Something from your private
I'm
life or
Yeah, it's more of yeah of where I am in life. When I look back like 4 years ago, I see a different me, and I can hear where I was at that time, and the songs that I'm writing right now is about completely different things. So it's a bit of a diary in a way for me.
okay.
But I also think that I hope that other people can relate, to can listen and hear something that they can connect to in a way as well. Um, but yeah, it's what comes to me at the moment, and normally it goes very quickly when I write. So sometimes I write a lyric in half an hour, and I'm looking at it afterwards, and I'm like, what is this? Then it's like this is the song, and it's just what comes out from me. So this is what it's gonna be. So yeah.
So it's so the topic or the theme is driven by you and your experience. Then, do you have any major bands? I mean, okay, you mentioned Machinista, whom you've been playing with,
Hmm.
and others. Is there some kind of band where you have a special addiction to, where you say they are your idol, you want to be like them one day, or
Well, I look up to churches, for example, the Scottish bands. I think they're really cool. I think they got their own kind of sound to it. It is very 80s synth, but it's also very modern, and I think that's the key to success nowadays. To not sound to sound that to get the modern sound that like the younger audience can connect to, and I think she's great. Lauren, the singer as well. I think sometimes I think we've got a bit similar voices, but yeah, she's good.
you
And
know
I also like, sorry.
you know them in person as well, or
No, 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 I've never met them, and I haven't seen them either. I would like to see them live. I like the way they sample things as well. It's pretty cool.
okay?
Yeah, they're good.
Well, maybe one
And
day.
also,
Who knows?
maybe one day, yeah.
Okay, so getting back to you, the relation with Jonas and you. As far as I know, you don't live in the same village.
No, we don't. He lives in down south in Malmö, and I live in Gothenburg. So it's about, is it 300 kilometers or something in between us. So it takes a couple of hours to drive.
Okay,
I'd
so
like to do that, but
how do
yeah.
you produce music then, if there is such a distance between you?
Yeah, we often get that question actually, but since we do electronic music and the music is made by computers and synthesizers, we also have on a daily basis we talk online to talk about the music, and that's how we communicate, and we send over um, yeah, songs, and yeah, we talk. So we're not that kind of band, like band rehearsed, when when you have guitars and bass and drums. Basically, we're just two people, and I'm doing the singing, and he's responsible for the machinery. So it normally works out very well when we're actually on stage and doing our thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it works out good.
Okay, so and how often do you have some kind of a physical training session when you're together in you with a microphone and Jonas with a synthesizer? That's
Yeah.
how I imagine this.
We normally do that when we get together before a gig.
Okay.
So we use the sound shake a lot to check everything is sounding the way we want to,
Okay.
and then we practice like in the hotel rooms if we get some time before.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how we do it.
Oh, okay. So when you say hotel rooms, I mean, I met you in Gothenburg. At that time, you were not
Mhm.
performing during the Electronic Summer
Mhm.
2015. Anyway,
Mhm.
we immediately connected, and I found the opportunity to invite you for this concert in 3 weeks.
Mhm.
Where else besides London and Gothenburg did you perform so far?
Oh, we've performed in Malmö, Jonas' hometown,
Mhm.
Helsingborg, which is also a city that nearby Malmö. We played in Stockholm
Okay.
a couple of times, 2 times actually, um, and Eskilstuna, which is yeah, like a city as well, not very big, but not too small either. And then 2 weeks ago, we played in Örebro in Sweden. We had 2 gigs in a row on a city festival, and a private company that booked us as well.
Okay.
So yeah, we've been around in Sweden a lot, and also London, which is so much fun that we have a fan base in in England.
Definitely, yeah.
Um, yeah, we also have a fan base in like Argentina and Brazil and Mexico, which is a bit
Wow.
strange for us. Um, yeah, I have actually a guy made a remix of "Believe in Love" and
Okay.
made a what's it called, vinyl, like a big CD, yeah, he printed his own
Okay.
record of that remix, which is yeah, it's a we're very surprised, but it's so fun that people do this with our
Yeah.
music as well.
I've seen one Facebook account sharing my event or sharing the Synthetic Orange event in South America. That was really why? How did he find it? And it's
Yeah.
like there is some interest and well, don't underestimate Facebook like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I would be totally surprised if somebody from Argentina appears on the festival and says, "Here we go."
Here we go.
I found
Came
your
all the way from
invitation.
Argentina to see Train Spain. That
Why
would be
not?
cool.
We,
Uh,
we'll see. We'll see. I have one friend from over there who's joining us for the Wave Gothic Treffen in Leipzig every second year at least. So
all
he
right. Yeah.
does a
It
big
is a big scene over there, actually. They love
yes.
the 80s synth pop sound. So yeah, it's pretty cool and unexpected, but
Yeah.
yeah,
So
we welcome our fans
what
from
we
all over the
talked about
world.
we talked about your performances. Do you visit these kind of festivals like Amphi or Wave Gothic Treffen or Mera Luna?
Uh, Never been there, but I often get the question every year to like, are you coming down to Derby? And yeah, but I used to go to a festival in Sweden that don't do it anymore, the Arvika Festival, which was the Swedish synth festival
Okay.
that I went to. But now it's more of the electronic summer festival that is the biggest one, I would say, in Sweden at the moment. So
And it's
and
in
it's
Gothenburg.
close to home.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I will consider that maybe, and then maybe next year I'll go down to something to see some more bands. Yeah.
And I think there is an extremely large synth pop scene in Sweden. So when I look at your, let's say, biography, I see Octolab, Presence of Mind, Vogon Poetry, and they're all from Sweden, aren't they?
hmm
Yeah.
And the bands that you're talking about there, they're all from the Gothenburg area as well. So I think there are a lot of Gothenburg bands in the synth scene. Don't know why that is, but people love the synth pop here in Gothenburg, and
And
yeah.
Gothenburg is a nice city. When I've been there,
Mm,
totally surprised.
yeah.
I expected it to be, it was an electronic summer to 2015, and I expected I had to wear pullovers and big clothing, and it was not. It was t-shirt weather. It was sunny and it was
Yeah,
very nice. So that was really
you were
cool.
lucky then.
Okay.
It's completely raining today, so but yeah, this year was really warm too. So normally it can get pretty hot in late October, early September here in Sweden
Okay.
or in Gothenburg, but
Okay.
we have a lot of rain too, so you
So,
never know. Always carry an umbrella is my yeah, is what I would suggest people to do when they're here. So
okay.
yeah.
So next time I will be prepared. I will be in Gothenburg in November probably. So,
Oh.
okay. Any besides the synthetic orange, any future gigs you have on your roadmap?
We have one lined up, but I'm not sure if it's fully booked. So, but we could have a gig in Finland coming up
Okay.
um, next year, and that's all I can say. But yes, um,
Okay.
and then who knows? It could be other ones
Okay.
coming up later on.
So when it's the synthetic orange is on October 14th, so it's about 3-4
Hmm.
weeks to until that date. What are your what are your traveling plans? You come by plane together with Presence of Mind. How did you organize things?
Yeah, I didn't manage to get the same flight as them, but I managed to get the flight that is landing around the same time. So I'm going to be at this, is it called Stuttgart? How do you say
Stuttgart.
it? How do you, Stuttgart. My
Stuttgart,
German's not good.
yeah.
Stuttgart. It's around 6 p.m., so it's going to be the same time as they land, but I come with another flight. So
Okay, but maybe you can join them with their car and then travel.
yeah, exactly. That was my plan. So yeah.
Okay. Um, any specific expectations towards the festival? What do you expect from audience, from the venue, and so on?
Oh.
I mean, it's a kickoff. It's the
Uh,
first time you've never
It
been.
is, yeah, I expect people to be excited, to be happy, yeah, to dance. I love when people dance to the music.
Okay.
Um, but I know it could be hard sometimes when it's not. I don't know if I've played at some gigs when people are standing in the corners and you can see that they want to dance, but no one wants to be the first one on the dance floor. And but I'm happy to dance for everyone. So.
Okay.
Quite energetic on stage. Um, yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's a challenge. It's the first time for you in Germany. It's the first time for
Yeah.
the audience in Karlsruhe to see you and the other bands or that kind of
Mhm.
music live on stage and in the substage. It's the
Mm.
first time also for the substage that we host this kind, or that they host this kind of festival.
Mm.
So we will
Yeah.
make some very interesting experiences, and then we will see
Mhm.
how we will perform in the future, not only in October when
Mm.
kickoff is, but also I'm also dealing with bands about April next year. So already
Mhm.
negotiating who is interested, what are the conditions, what kind of music fits the plot, because I'm
Mm.
dealing both with synth pop, but also with more aggro pop or dark electro and even noise
Mm.
bands. And of course, I cannot mix them all in one lineup. That doesn't make any sense
Mm.
so far. Maybe later, but um,
Yeah.
we will see. Okay, so what else what else does the audience have to know about Train to Spain, about you? I mean, what is your everyday job? And Jonas, he's in the kitchen, as far as I know, as well.
He's in the kitchen. Yes, he's a chef. He's working hard in different kitchens. I work within HR from Monday to Friday.
Okay,
Um, so I'm more of a little office girl.
okay,
Um, to try and coach different managers in recruitment and rehab stuff and yeah, like labor law. So yeah, I love my job, but I love to be Helena on stage as well. It's a different
okay,
me. Um, so I often get people talking to me afterwards and say, I didn't really expect this from you, or when I talked to you before, you're a different person. So I like to play with different roles.
okay.
I like to surprise people of
I mean,
of who I can be.
I'm curious about that too. When I met you in Gothenburg, I didn't expect you telling me that, "Oh, okay, I'm a singer of a band." So that was a surprise for me, and
Yeah.
I still haven't seen you on stage. So what I know is I
Mm,
know some videos of you. I know the music, of course, but I haven't
mm,
seen you on stage. But anyway, I
mm,
decided I want you to perform here during my festival, and then
mhm.
I also trust you that you can be a big uh, contribution to our success, of course. So I'm looking
Well,
forward.
I hope so. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. It's our first time in Germany, so it's very exciting for both me and Jonas. So we're going to do our best to entertain you all in the way we do it. Yeah.
Okay, and I will try to share this experience with others. I'm also in contact with organizers of festivals, not only here in Karlsruhe, but in other regions.
Hmm.
And well, we'll see what we can do for you, what you can do for us.
Yeah.
It will be a great pleasure for me to be your host for one weekend. And I'm looking forward to
Well,
that event. Of course, I mean, it's a big show for me as well. Okay,
yeah, we're very looking forward to come over. It's
okay.
we're happy to join this night. Mm.
Great. Okay. So, Helena, I would say thank you very much for yourself introducing us into Train to Spain. It
Hmm.
was a great pleasure.
Hmm.
And we will see each other in about 3 weeks then in Karlsruhe.
Yeah.
Have a safe flight. And
Thank you.
we will see you in 3 weeks.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.